Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here or you've been here before but haven't subscribed yet, please do so, along with turning on the notification bell so you know when I drop these videos. And hit the thumbs up button and drop your comments. Love the comments. Well, I wish I had better news. The Knicks lost 119-101, but that's not the bad news. That's not the bad news, because a loss is a good thing. The Knicks right now are like tied for 10th for the lottery, so that's good. We went from 12th from the I think about a couple days ago to now 10th. So let's see if maybe we can get even luckier and just hold on to that 10th position. It's tenuous because we have some we play Orlando tomorrow. That's probably going to be a win, but you never know based upon what we saw today. So who knows? So that's the bright side, the silver lining of the loss, that it helps us. This is where I talked about the win-win situation. Now the negative is Alec Burks started. Why? Why did Alec Burks start today when there's only 5 games remaining, and it would be nice to see how Quickley would respond to being the starting point guard and running the show from beginning to end? It's a missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity, and the only person in the world, I think, that can even justify this or rationalize this is THIBS himself. And it's unfortunate because he's the only one that makes the actual decision. Well, there's another decision that should be made, and that's the decision that Leon should make over this summer. He should really look at seriously where this team is going and whether Tom Thibodeau can take this team there, because he has no idea about what is required for actually developing the young talent on this team. Case in point, Burks starts. By the 6-minute mark in the third quarter, Burks had played 24 minutes. Quickley had played 12. Why? I don't know. If it weren't for Burks picking up his 5th foul, he probably would have played 40 minutes tonight. He ended up fouling out with actually only playing 26 minutes total, I think. It's just a wasted opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. The one thing is, though, Obi did get to play. So because Randle is out for the remainder of the year for the final 5 games, and that's good. Rest up, man. Rest up. It hasn't been going well. You didn't have a good game the last one. You only had 5 points. And it gives Obi a chance to start, which is something Quickley should have. Another reason why Quickley should have started, because Obi thrives when he's on the court with Quickley. But no, THIBS doesn't care about that. No, he cares about his defense. His defense that allowed 39 points in the first quarter, 69 points in the first half, 119 points in the entire game. What's the point of starting Burks if that's what's going to happen? Really, I'm just not going to stop until Tom Thibodeau is fired from this team, from managing this team. It's just ridiculous. Let's move on. You can see Obi had his career high today, 20 points in his 31 minutes. So congratulations to Obi. He looked good out there. It looked pretty effortless for him to score. He shot, I think, 5 of 10, 50% from overall, 1 of 4 from the 3-point line. I wish he had taken a few more 3-point shots, honestly, because he looked good. Even though he missed 3 of them, he was looking good. He might have hit another 2 more, so who knows? I wish the whole team had shot more 3-pointers. They only shot 30, I think, overall. And they were shooting them really well. They get a 43.3% clip. So that would have been something for us to exploit, because we got beat elsewhere. You'll see. So Fred Katz tweeted this out. Obi Toppin on his career high 20 points. We lost today, so it doesn't mean anything to me right now. Love that attitude. Really love that attitude. I love this kid. I really do. I think he is untapped potential. And he's just a late bloomer. He's just a slow developer. But he's starting to come on towards the end of his second season. I'm really happy for him. His 3-point shot has come on of late. Nothing spectacular, but it's come up off the floor where it was earlier in the season. THIBS, Tommy Beer tweeted this out. In the post-game interview, THIBS said Knicks were lethargic defensively and lost to Cleveland. He said similar things about the team's defensive effort after the Knicks' embarrassing loss to the Orlando Magic in their 3rd game of the season. You guys remember that game? That was the telltale sign. That's the game that told us everything that was going to happen this season, and it did. Been an issue all year long, reflects poorly on all involved. Well, I think it reflects poorly on THIBS. He's the defensive guru, and he continues to make decisions in favor of defense that impact the whole chemistry of the team itself. There you go. Here's the game flow. You can see that the game was pretty close until like the last 2 minutes of the first half, and where the Knicks just kind of like stopped playing, and they were outscored 11-4 to close that half, and the Cavs went into the locker room at halftime with a 9-point lead. You know, there was like they exchanged buckets here and there, but the Knicks really weren't able to get too many stops. And then finally, when Burks went out of the game, the Knicks were down by 11 or so by that point. So Quickley comes into the game. He's trying to run the team. He played, I think, the remainder of the game. He just was playing from behind. So, and even though he had a really nice fourth quarter in general, this is just, it's unfair. It's unfair to the guys on the team who want to win to be put in positions where they can't thrive. So this is just the reality of the situation right now until Tom Thibodeau is let go. Fournier played 27 minutes, 19 points on 6 of 10 overall shooting. He shot well. He just defensively got smoked. Same with Burks. Garland was eating him alive. LeVert, who I don't even think he even looked that good out there, but he ended up with a decent stat line. You know, he just kept getting to the hoop. Yeah, he was open. RJ, 18 shots, 12 points. One of his worst games that he's had in a while. Just did not look good at all. He could not finish. He couldn't finish. He got to the basket. He got to the hoop. Was he getting fouled? Yes. But you have to make the bucket no matter what's happening. You can't keep foul hunting without actually concentrating on the final aspect of it, which is making the bucket. The touch. That touch. We've seen it. I've seen that touch. Just sometimes it's just not there at all. And you'll see his efficiency numbers are just not good for this season. They're not good. And that's something that just has to improve. Especially on a day-to-day against Garland and LeVert. Two guys who RJ haters constantly use as examples to slam him. And today, RJ did not show up. Why did Jericho Sims only play 16 minutes and Taj play 24? Again, THIBS. Hashtag fire THIBS. Quickley did end up playing 30 minutes. That means he played the remaining 18 minutes of the game. So that's going to impact you too. When you play 18 minutes straight, that's exhausting. That's going to impact your touch. He did shoot 3 of 6 from the three-point line, which is excellent. We want him to keep doing that. That's, to me, the most important stat. But look at this. 7 rebounds and 7 assists. Beautiful. I cannot even imagine what he would have done if he had started the game and been able to set the tone to not let Cleveland get into their groove, because I think he's a better defender at the one than Burks is. That's what I have seen. So this, I'm just so frustrated by this. So it's just, and only 4 games left now. And I'm telling you, I don't think Quickley's going to start any games the rest of the year. It just makes no sense, and it makes me sad, actually. It really does, because now we're going to have to go through a whole summer of wondering, what are we going to do at the point guard position? Well, what about Quickley? Well, we don't know, because he never got to start. Just terrible. And you can see, look, we shot 43.3%, but only 30 three-point shots. This is the plus minus. The only plus players were Sims and Archie Diacono, who Villanova guy. His brother's playing for Nova today in the Final Four, so good luck to you. When I look at these stat lines, it just, I mean, how can anyone defend THIBS, man? I mean, the players were lethargic. Absolutely. No doubt. But there were other players who weren't. Quickley wasn't. Toppin wasn't. They should have been in the starting lineup. Well, Toppin was. 7 Cavs in double figures. Look at that. They shot 54.3% overall. Where was your defense, THIBS? They shot 44.1% from the three-point line, and they got, I think they out-rebounded us, 43 to 35. Yeah, we got crushed on the boards. Look at the assists for Garland. 13 assists, 24 points, 8 of 19, 5 of 9 from the three-point line. Tremendous game for Garland. And even LeVert, he finished with a nice stat line, 19 points, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, 8 of 16 overall. Okoro, 7 of 8. Brown, the center who started in place of Mobley and Jared Allen, 7 of 10, 16 points. He hurt Mitch. He hurt Sims. Kevin Love had a nice game. They were a depleted team like the Cavs. They just came into the Garden and owned us. That should be a major embarrassment to the New York Knicks players. You can see here the team stats. The turnovers were pretty much even. We did get to the free throw line a lot, which is probably the only reason why it kept us even somewhere around the vicinity of within a 10-point game, or else this would have been a blowout earlier on if it weren't for the free throws. And we actually hit them, 76.5%, which is, decent. The points in the paint, they killed us 44 to 36. Yeah, this was just, they just hurt us. They outmuscled us, which is interesting to say for a Knicks team. So I tweeted this out towards the end of the game. Clyde, during the game, gave some support to Randle, and which is commendable. Why not? Randle's the quote leader of the team. And Clyde knows him. He has some kind of relationship with him, and he's a fan of his. He believes that he's going to do well, but he did also kind of give a misleading stat line. The 20, 10, and 5 stat line, which is outstanding. He said, he's having a decent year. Look at this stat line, 20, 10, and 5. Only 2 guys are doing that, and they are both in the MVP race, which is Jokic and Embiid. The major difference is the efficiency. Randle is the worst efficient player in the NBA who has a usage rate of 25% or more, that has averaged 30 minutes a game or more, and has played at least 50 games or more. So that means the top players, the most important players on every team. Randle's the worst field goal percentage with 45.9%. And you can see Reggie Jackson's right there behind him, but look who's right there after that. RJ with a 47.1%. That's distressing. RJ, you have to get more efficient. Have to. I mean, it's just a must-have. I mean, you can't, it just has to happen. That's something you have to work on in the offseason, is finishing at the rim. And if you're finding you're not going to be able to get to the rim with the proper amount of forward momentum so that you can actually beat your defender, then you got to work on that mid-range game, that little mid-range jumper. You started off the game trying to take one and it missed. And I think you took one more and that was it. You didn't really take any more mid-rangers. I would love to see a game, just like one of the last 4 games of this season, where RJ, all you do is work on those 10-footers. I want to see you take like 10 shots within 7 to 10 feet of the hoop. Just keep working on that. That's going to unlock your game. It's going to make it easier for you to finish, because everyone knows once you start going downhill what you're going to do. You're either going to go all the way, no matter what, or you're going to pass it, which is awesome. But today wasn't the day you passed. Even though I think you did end up with 4 assists or something. But let me show you something else here. So here's Jokic. Jokic is number 1 in efficiency in the NBA with the criteria that I outlined. 62% field goal percentage. And then Embiid up there in the top 12, I believe 12 or 13 with a 52.9%. Now that's a good field goal percentage for a high volume, high usage guys. Remember, when you have the ball in your hand more, it means you're going to take more shots. It also means you're probably getting double teamed, and you're also taking more difficult shots. So to be this efficient and to be that kind of player is fabulous. But as you can see, Randle in the same exact criteria, he's the worst, and RJ's right behind him. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to win if we keep going like this. I'm talking about next season. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching this. Tomorrow they play against Orlando. They're flying there today, and they're playing the Magic. It's a back-to-back. Maybe they'll win, maybe they'll lose. Again, a loss is a good thing, but it would be better if Immanuel Quickley was starting. It really would. And it's a shame that our other young guys are all hurt. Miles McBride, he sat out today. He's listed as day-to-day. He sat out. This would have been an excellent game for him to play, especially having him on Garland would have been excellent, but he wasn't available. Grimes is still out, and we know what happened. Cam's gone for the rest of the year. This is a huge bummer, which is another reason why we were desperately begging for the kids to play earlier in the year when they were healthy and available. But no, Tom Thibodeau didn't do it. No. He played the vets. He started a backcourt that makes no sense. And now, at least the only bright side is we're in 10th position now in the lottery. That's the bright side of this whole thing. I hope we stay there at 10, though. I do. Okay, thank you for watching this. Once again, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and drop your comments. And, I will... the pregame show will be on Sports Life TV tomorrow, and I believe it's going to be part of the Sunday stream. I'll come on for the pregame part of it against Orlando, which it's a 3 p.m. The game is a 3 p.m. start tomorrow. Okay, I will see you. All right.